Well, hello, Transparent Church and friends. This is Pastor James with the Word of the Day. Today I want to spotlight Genesis chapter 32, verse 32 from the New Living Translation, where we find these words. The sun was rising as Jacob left Peniel, and he was limping because of the injury to his hip. Well, as we get ready to start the day and the kickoff of the weekend, we've talked about leadership this week, everything from leading with character to having a servant's heart as a leader to understanding the importance of leading with godly wisdom. Today, I want to talk about leading with a limp. If you know anything about the story of Jacob, he wrestles with the Lord until the breaking of day. He's getting ready to go back before his brother Esau, who he tricked out of the birthright and the blessing. And as he does so, he begins to have this encounter with God that literally changes his life. And in doing so, he got a name change as well. And with that, he received a limp. I need you to understand with me that sometimes, even as leaders, we have to lead with a limp. A limp is a limitation rather, that should not lead us from God, but continue to lead us to God. Because of our limps, we have to depend on God. Not just Jacob, who had a limp and his name was changed to Israel. That meant that he had to depend on God for the rest of his life, for God's plan to be fulfilled through his line, the government becoming through his line as well. But it wasn't just Jacob. You could search through the Bible and find biblical characters who we saw what I would call limps. Moses had a limp. His limp was his lisp. I believe Abraham had a limp, and his limp was his lies and his limiting beliefs on the front end of his life. Not only do we find Abraham and Moses, Noah, his attraction for liquor was his limp. David's lust was his limp. I could go down further on the list, and you and I have our own limps. But here's what I know. Limps should lead us to God. Don't let your limp be your limitation for getting out of the race. Let your limp cause you to lean on God so that you and I can finish the race. I've been preparing to run my first 5K with my daughter here, and we've been practicing and preparing for the race. And in doing so, I overdid it and got a limp. But you know what I've learned is that I can still run with a limp, just not as fast. So today, get ready for your weekend. Keep leading, even with a limp, but lean on God and he'll get us through. Have a great day and weekend, and Lord willing, we'll see you next time.